And that leads us to this next comment from Sean C. about why it's important to use a VPN when you are on a public unencrypted Wi-Fi. Sean mentions here that he fires up the open source Wireshark software and is able to see a lot of what's going on in that network, because when your Wi-Fi network is not encrypted with a password, everybody can essentially see everybody else's traffic. Your computer ignores it, but Wireshark allows you to just peek in and just see what's going on the network. And anyone who's connected to that Wi-Fi network with you will be broadcasting their data out to everyone else. So the two things that Sean recommends here is to use a VPN, which will make all the things that you're transmitting over that network look like gibberish. And if you don't have a VPN, then at least make sure that you're connected to secure websites whenever possible. And this reminds me of a video that I did 7 years ago now about Wi-Fi security. You can see how big the iPad was back then. And I was demoing a little browser plugin for Firefox that would go on one of these coffee shop networks and allow you to assume the identity of other people. It was really scary when this was brought out to the public, because you would basically just get a list of accounts that would show up on your screen. You could click on one and basically log into that person's Yahoo account. And the reason is, at the time, back in 2012, you had to specifically ask your favorite services to enable secure connections for you. They were not the default like many are now today. So if you were in that coffee shop and you hadn't configured Facebook, for example, to work securely, you would actually be able to get taken over without your knowledge, without even a password, because somebody could pull the cookie right out of the air. Yahoo Mail had that problem. Amazon had that problem. It was quite significant, and that really accelerated all of the major providers to making their websites SSL encrypted so that these sorts of things wouldn't happen. Because over a secure connection, even if you're on public Wi-Fi, those cookies are encrypted and unreadable anywhere except your own computer. But again, this was a big problem. And it's actually a problem that still continues, as Sean kind of alludes to here, because if you are using maybe a self-hosted WordPress site, for example, and you don't have a secure certificate on it, it's possible that people could still spoof your cookie and take over your WordPress site in that coffee shop. So it's things to think about here. You probably want to get yourself encrypted a bit. So make sure, first of all, that if you are connecting to websites, you have the HTTPS going there before the URL. That will ensure you're on a secure connection. Now, there are ways that people can do man-in-the-middle attacks and other things to take over these connections as well. So again, the VPN is still the safest way to go, but in most cases, this is a safer way to do it if the VPN is not an option for you. Now, for things that you host yourself, like a WordPress site or something like that, go over to Let's Encrypt. It makes it very, very easy to make your website a secure website, and this would be very helpful, again, if you have a WordPress blog or something you're self-hosting that is having you log in, but logging in through an insecure HTTP connection. This is a free way to get that security certificate. Their security is recognized by most of the major browsers, so you will get that little padlock icon without any warnings or anything like that. I've used it on a few of my sites already. In fact, it integrates with my web host's control panel, so it was a two-click operation to get secure. So I would check out Let's Encrypt, again, especially if you are self-hosting something and want to make sure people don't log in with you by sniffing the traffic around you.
This channel is brought to you by the Lon.TV supporters, including gold-level supporters Chris Allegretta, the Four Guys with Quarters podcast, Tom Albrecht, and Kalyan Kumar. If you want to help the channel, you can by contributing as little as $1 a month. Head over to Lon.TV/support to learn more. And don't forget to subscribe. Visit Lon.TV/s.